Hey Scorpio, welcome to your reading. Hope you're all well. Going to do a love tarot reading for you guys today and see what you've got going on. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If a message doesn't fit, don't force it to. It's not your message, it's for somebody else. It's the 18th of January 2026. Let's see what we've got for Scorpio in love. Messages for Scorpio in love. The Chariot, the Eight of Swords in reverse, Five of Pentacles in the upright, and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Coming out of some sort of negative thinking here, freeing oneself from negative thoughts or worries or anxieties, self-doubt or disbelief, doubtful, some sort of, but freeing oneself from limitations of negative thinking, because feeling quite rejected here or in some sort of state of lack, poverty, rejection, and not seeing stability somewhere where some sort of effort has been put in to. You've put effort in, or someone's put effort into something here, but feeling like the effort given is not being reciprocated here. And the Chariot is perhaps getting out of some sort of negative thinking and charging forward away from this kind of negative energy, or just freeing oneself from this negative kind of cold place of feeling, well, moving on from something that's left you feeling in a place of rejection, coldness, lack. Moving on, moving forward rapidly, quite quickly. Tell me about the Chariot. Why is it here for Scorpio? Yeah, Knight of Swords. There's another fast energy. Something, or someone's made a decision here to get out of some kind of negative place, negative thought pattern. Something where there's kind of a bit of a stuck. It's just not a very nice energy, but someone is kind of making a decision or communicating some sort of decision, and it's swift, it's quick, it's very quick. Perhaps someone's just made the decision to, you know, I've had enough of this, I'm done, I'm out of here. So the Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here for Scorpio? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Feeling, again, kind of depending on someone here, or some sort of situation, some sort of connection to, excuse me, to someone. You was relying on someone to make an effort here, to kind of invest as much effort as you have, and they haven't. And I'm just getting this energy of, right, okay, I'm done, I'm gone, I'm moving on, had enough. Five of Pentacles. Why is it here for Scorpio in love? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Because something's not being offered here. Something's not stable. There's no stability here. There's no abundance. There's no growth. There's no, you know, you're not feeling stable here. You're not, you know, someone's not offering something, or something's just not coming to a place of stability. Seven of Pentacles. Why is it here for Scorpio? Seven of Wands. Standing up for yourself. taking charge, standing up for yourself, defending your beliefs, your decisions, your, you know, making a stand here. Making a stand. Maybe defending your decision, why you've made it. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because this is not happening, or this is not, you know, and this is why. And that's that. Knight of Swords. Why is the Knight of Swords here for Scorpio? Ace of Pentacles again in reverse energy. Feeling like something's a lost opportunity here, or a bad investment. Someone's missed their chance, or could have kind of stabilised something, could have made something happen, but they didn't. They didn't want to. They kind of, you know, just left you feeling a bit alone, rejected, and, you know, no one wants to stay in that kind of energy. Cards are being a bit flitty today. I do apologise. Eight of Pentacles in reverse energy. Why is it here for Scorpio in love? Six of Swords. Moving on. Moving on because someone feels here it's the best thing to do for themselves personally. Moving on from stuck, stagnant, unstable situations, people, and just transitioning, moving on to find, you know, just for yourself, thinking of yourself in a situation where there's someone else but they're not thinking of you, and you're just moving on. Well, I think we've gathered so far that someone's had enough and moving on. I'm getting a lot of repetitive energy in the reads today. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Why is it here twice for Scorpio? Death in reverse. So there could have been some sort of resistance to a change here. Or perhaps someone's resisting stabilising the situation and committing to something or someone here. Or someone's just been left in a very unstable energy. And they kind of didn't know which way to go forward, but I'm getting more so that someone's very resistant to turning this situation around. And maybe someone's thought about it for a moment and been a little bit resistant to move on, but they've kind of come to a decisive point now that it's the best way forward. Seven of Wands. Ah, there's the Devil. So again, a resistance to change and being held by something, holding on to something that you possibly, well, that you know is probably not good for you, or a fear, you know, fear of the unknown, or just a fear. There's a fear somewhere that's kind of keeping someone held, or has been keeping someone held, and now they're kind of trying to detach from something here, or coming to kind of getting out of a negative thought pattern and wondering, you know, why have I been holding myself back? Why have I been thinking this way? Why have I sort of allowed this to hold me or attach itself to me, or sort of overpower me? Ace of Pentacles. King of Swords in reverse. So someone feels possibly like they've been, you know, manipulated, or someone's feeling like, you know, that cold kind of, someone's a bit cold and cut off and not making effort, and not kind of just in a very cold, cut off energy. and someone's, yeah, someone's in a very cold, cut off sort of energy. Six of Swords. There's that Nine of Pentacles. Again, I think that came out, oh no, it was the Eight of Pentacles, but the Nine of Pentacles. Independence, being stable within yourself, being self-sufficient, not relying on someone else to bring you some sort of stability. And again, I'm getting that making the best decision for me. I'm not kind of relying on this person or any person to do it for me. I'm a little bit sort of worried about the unknown, because I don't really know how things are going to go here, but I can't kind of keep hanging around waiting for this to change, because, you know, perhaps you've waited around a long time and you're not seeing a change, but you've been a bit fearful to move on. And now you're kind of charging ahead and you're making a decision for you. Going to rely on yourself, not on others. Death in reverse. And that's your card there, Scorpio. So that could be your, you know, you've been a little bit resistant to the change here. You've been a little bit perhaps stuck in making that decision. Why is Death here in reverse energy for Scorpio? Three of Wands. Looking ahead. Personal growth, personal progression. You've got plans, perhaps. You've got a vision for the future. You want a way forward here. And it's about partnerships as well. If someone's not kind of in partnership with you, if they're not working with you, if they're not giving the same amount of effort as you, then, and you're meant to be on the same team and you're meant to be together, or what's the point? You know, you might as well just be independent by yourself and go towards your goals and your visions and your plans for the future. Why is the Devil here for Scorpio in love? The Eight of Wands in reverse. Because someone is not making progress. They're maybe not communicating to you, or they're just kind of keeping you stuck. They're being a bit wishy-washy with coming forward with any sort of commitment or stability, and they're just, you know, and it's delaying you, it's keeping you held back. And the Devil as well, it's really keeping you held back. You're kind of holding on, waiting, but you don't seem to be getting any change or effort, or someone's very cold, and I want to say very non-committal as well. King of Swords. Why is he here for Scorpio in love? Four of Swords. And perhaps you're exhausted by this. Perhaps you're kind of tired of going round and round in circles in your mind, thinking about it, worrying about it. And you're kind of at burnout, at exhaustion, going round and round in circles and not getting any further forward. And you're needing to think of yourself here. You're needing to rest, recover, heal, recuperate from this. Nine of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Yeah. Getting back out there. Getting back out there. Getting back to friends, family, having fun. Having, you know, enjoying life. Moving forward. Getting back and reconnecting with people. Perhaps people that you haven't connected with while you've been dealing with this. Just freeing yourself and coming back to yourself, in alignment with yourself and what makes you happy. Not being stuck in the kind of indecision or non-committal energy of someone else. Or not kind of holding on when someone's obviously not making a change or willing to commit or work towards something or make effort. Three of Wands. Why is it here for Scorpio? Six of Wands. That's victory, success, recognition, achievement. Perhaps, you know, someone desires that here. They want to, or perhaps they're looking for some sort of recognition here that they're not getting. They want success. They want achievement. They want to be appreciated. That's what they're going towards because they're not getting it here. That's what they're moving towards. Eight of Wands in reverse energy. The Empress. Looking after oneself. Putting love and care and effort into oneself. Growing. Making things happen. Growth, fertility, abundance. Choosing oneself. Being independent, recognizing one's own wants, needs, where perhaps someone's been thinking of others or someone a bit too much here and they're not kind of, they're giving their all and they're not getting anything back. And someone's had enough here. Four of Swords, Seven of Swords in reverse. So that can be someone being a little bit deceitful, manipulative, sneaky. Someone that's perhaps getting involved in other things with other people while getting involved in something else while they've already got something else going on. However that resonates, external factors. I'm getting definitely a very non-committal, playerish kind of energy here as well. Or someone that is a bit of an attention seeker. They kind of like the attention of many, not just one. Three of Cups. The Tower. And it's, yeah, this is a point of change, of kind of ruin, disgrace, destruction. This is the moment where it all falls down. And, you know, a point of transformation, of change for the better. But you know, it has to fall down before it can be rebuilt back up. Perhaps the Tower moment is some sort of deceitful behaviour. Six of Wands. Ten of Pentacles. Perhaps somebody here is wanting commitment and family. Perhaps someone wants children and someone doesn't. Someone wants to start a family and someone does not. And they're kind of, you know, getting to the point of thinking, well, this is something that I really want. I want children, I want a family. But the person that I'm with, they're not really committing. They're not really wanting the long term here. So it's time to move on. As hard as it might be with that Devil energy, it's time to move on. For, you know, to be in a situation, a connection, or around people that align more with your long-term want for growth and progression and alignment with what you truly desire. The Empress, the Magician. And someone is really going to make that happen. I'm getting a very decisive kind of no nonsense energy here. This is what I want. I can make this happen. I'm not getting the outcome that I want here, so I'm moving on to do what it is that I need to do in order to get what it is that aligns with me, what makes me happy. Someone's very decisive here. Very much in their power. Very much putting their foot down. Very much had enough of the BS. Seven of Swords. Strength in reverse. Someone's finding their inner strength. Someone needs to find their inner strength, or is finding their inner strength in a situation where they've felt weak, where they've felt like they have no kind of strength here or power here. Someone's about to stand up. Standing up for what they believe in, what they want. The Tower. King of Pentacles. To be the king, or I mean gender, not gender specific, but abundance, absolute stability, absolute groundedness, absolute balance, discipline, success, prosperity, security. Someone here is, you know, making a decision. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is not what I want. This is not what I need. And this is not what I'm going to tolerate anymore for myself. Someone's very much in their, you know, perhaps there's been they haven't been thinking about themselves in all of this, and they've sort of come to a decisive point where, hang on a minute, like, it's time for me to think about me here. Ten of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. And there's the turning point. There's the change. There's the turning point. Like I just said, someone is at the point of, this is enough. This needs to change. I'm going forward. I'm making, you know, I'm going to make progress. I'm going to go forward and get to, and land on what it is that I want. I'm not going to keep going round and round in circles. The Magician. Ah, the Devil. That they're kind of finding it quite hard. Something's got a real, I mean, this could be to do with finances, perhaps, that someone is used to a certain sort of a lifestyle, a certain amount of material kind of luxury, and perhaps to leave that lifestyle would leave them with a little bit less of material luxuries, and perhaps they worry that they wouldn't kind of be as abundant, independent as they would within this connection. And you got the Magician and the Devil. That is two very contradicting, powerful energies. Someone's very doubtful here. They're in their power, and then they're not, and then this doubt creeps in. Perhaps there's an air of kind of codependency here, toxicity. The Strength, why is it here? Or Strength, why is it here? There's the King of Pentacles again. So perhaps this is to do with someone that is a good earner, is a good, you know, financially stable, secure. Someone that provides financially. Very wealthy, perhaps, but provides financially, but doesn't provide very much emotionally. but it's very dependable and kind of stable, secure, hard-working, financially stable, but perhaps, you know, a little bit lacking on the emotional side of things. King of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles in reverse, but uncommitted. Perhaps there's some, perhaps it's someone that works all the time, more interested in their job, in their career, or they're very much about, you know, shiny object syndrome, or they're very much just, they like the lifestyle, they like the attention, they perhaps are in a very non-committal energy. Perhaps they don't want to commit, they can provide financially and they can give you all you want financially, but when it comes to commitment and just being in a one kind of, you know, committed relationship, it's not for them. Wheel of Fortune, Five of Cups, resisting change, grief and sadness, holding on to emotional baggage, kind of disappointed that this isn't perhaps, you know, the way that you envisioned it to be, envisioned it, sorry, and kind of holding on or wanting to hold on, but knowing ultimately that you're not completely fulfilled. Tell me about the Devil, the Hierophant. This could be to do with differences in background, differences in religious beliefs or views or values. This could be someone that's married. This could be someone that's married. Or this could be to do again with what I said earlier, with wanting marriage and a commitment, but someone's just not willing to commit. Someone doesn't want the commitment. They can provide and they can give financially and provide a very abundant, sort of financially secure, luxurious kind of lifestyle, but they don't want to commit. And someone here does want commitment, and perhaps children, perhaps family. Someone's not willing to do that. So let's have a look. Let's put these into their suits for a moment, Scorpio, and see if I can get any last final messages for you. So, very little feeling here. I've just got 2 cup cards. 3 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Not much growth, not much stability. Someone here is someone's made an impulsive decision that went against some sort of tradition. Someone needs to make a change, but they're resisting it because they're held by the Devil. But the Tower moment is about to come, or has come, for, well, playing with the Devil. Someone here is very much non-committal, all about the money, all about their self, their life, their work, their finances. And there's just someone's meeting a dead end here. They're kind of held in this possibility of change, perhaps. This possibility of commitment, but it's just not, it's not happening. And someone that is in a kind of committed relationship that involves marriage, family, they went towards something outside of that, and it's caused a Tower moment, very much so, because they were very held by the temptation of the Devil and they went towards it. And now the moment is here. The Tower falls, the point of change, transformation, transition, moving on. Yeah, the Tower is here. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Hope it helped. Good luck, best wishes, lots of love. See you next time. Bye-bye.